everyone, it's Maria here with Nerd Alert 219, here with a book review. Maybe I should call them like book nerd episode? Maybe? And then like anything else would be like health nerd or whatever else I throw up on this. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Okay? Okay, so back to the main point of this video. Book review time! Huzzah! I finally finished The Crown of Stones Magic Scars, which is the second book in the Crown of Stones trilogy. Goodness, I can't talk. That's okay. We're moving on. So I was trudging along. I say that like it's a bad thing, but I just didn't have a lot of time to dedicate to reading. And then this weekend, so I was like, like maybe like this far into the book, and then Saturday I was like bam, and then Sunday night I'm like I'm gonna finish this, and then I got to like here and my husband was like I need to be up early, I'm gonna go to bed. So I'm like ugh, because he had to go with the Boy Scout troop to be in the 4th of July parade, and I was like but so then first thing this morning I was like done. And I've been thinking about it all day because I'm trying to figure out how to explain this book without any spoilers, because I'm a big like spoiler fanatic. Like I hate them, and I kind of take it to the extreme. Like it's really bad. It's like I don't watch trailers, so I'm like I don't want spoilers because anymore the trailers have all the good scenes in them, and then you watch the movie and you're like okay, so the funny parts I've already seen, so womp. Anyway, so we are following Ian Troy on his adventures to save the land. So at the end of the first book, Ian is in prison, and we find out what exactly happened when he was in prison. It was not pretty. Wasn't good, people. So, I have my notes here. Little notebook. I'm not going to show you because there's spoilers written on here. And you might pause and try and zoom in and find out what they are. Shame on you. Anyway, moving along. First of all, I'm going to start off by saying I gave this book 5 out of 5. It's a book I'm going to keep, and it's a book I'm going to reread. So, quick recap on my scoring system. 5 out of 5. I loved it. I'm going to reread it. 3 out of 5, it was good. I'm not going to reread it. 1 or 0, it sucked. So, 5 out of 5. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to reread it. I have the third book only on my e-reader. On July 1st, it was Independent. I almost said Independence Day. No, that's today, the 4th. July 1st was Indie Pride Day for indie authors, and the author, Seal Schneider, had all 3 of her books for 99 cents. So I only needed the third one. I already have the other 2, both in physical and e-reader. So my daughter hit the buy button for me, so it didn't count that I bought it. So I do have the third one. I'm not satisfied with just having the e-reader copy, so I'm gonna still try and get the physical copy and get it signed like my other 2 because they all have to match. We all know this, they have to match. So, continuing on. So, oh my god, you guys, I'm gonna try not to gush and just word vomit on you. I'm gonna try not to do that because holy fuck, there were some twists in here. Oh my god, and they were amazing. Like, oh my god, they were amazing. So I'm trying to see what I can tell you guys in my little list of notes and questions, because as I read, I'm like writing myself questions like, what do I think is gonna happen, and make myself little notes. Okay, so there was a fucking funny ass part. Okay, so I guess we'll call this an excerpt. If you want to call it a spoiler, fine. So, the end of chapter 16, this is one of, like, the book had, like, some funny parts in it, and this is one of the funny parts. The last sentence of chapter 16, Ian's talking to Malak. I'm not going to sleep with your sister. First sentence in chapter 17. I'm going to sleep with Malak's sister. Come on. I instantly like tweeted that was like funny as hell. So what happens in this book, as far as an overview on what I can tell you, is one, we learn a lot more about the price of magic. It's not just, oh, you absorb the spell absorbs the life force from whatever living being is around. Like, for example, door openers. We saw a little bit about that in the first book. There's a lot more of that in the second book, along with a lot more oracle spells, which is awesome. Essentially, door openers, it explains it in more detail, because of the mental, because of what's needed, like what they physically do mentally to open a door from in one place to another, it actually deteriorates their brain, and they wind up going crazy. And it also happens with oracle spells, only at a much lesser of a scale, because there's not, you know, but anyway, you get way more details on what oracle spells are and their capacity, and it's awesome. It's awesome. You also, oh my gosh, there's so much more in the Shinri history. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. I love it. It pissed me off, but I loved it. Like what wound up happening, from what were called the first ones, what they did. Oh my god, it pissed me off. Pissed me off. I mean, I'm not. What they did was so. I was like, are you kidding me? How can you do that? But it was awesome. I loved it all. You also, throughout the book, you always hear Ian mentioning that with the Eldring, because there's still a huge problem with Draken and Gemreth, using them to slaughter people. You find out a lot more about them, and throughout the book, Ian's like, you know what? I don't think they're just animals. I think they can comprehend us to some degree. Blah 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 blah. There is this awesome thing that happens where he learns a crap ton about them, and it was dangerous, but it had to be done, and that's typical because it's Ian, and yeah, that's what happens. So, but you learn a lot more about them, and it's really, guys, it's fucked up. There's no hiding it. It is fucked up. So yeah, I want to tell you, I want to talk with you about this. So if you have read the second book, please let me know, because I need someone to gush about this with, because there's no one I know has read this series yet. So please help a girl out and let me know if you've read this, because we need to talk, and I need to fangirl all over and gush, and yes. So yeah, that's all I can say. Oh my gosh, it was fantastic. There were so many like twists and turns, and it was great. And I'm rambling, and I word vomited a little, and I tried not to. I really tried. I am sorry. So I'm gonna stop now. You guys definitely pick up the Crown of Stone series. It starts with Magic Price, which is book 1, then it goes to Magic Scars, and then it goes to Magic Born. So yeah, that's all. I'm gonna end here. So let me sign off. That did work, but anyway, I'm not gonna edit that out because I'm too lazy for editing right now. So let me know if you've read it, what you thought. We will gush back and forth because I need someone to gush with. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later.